So the rumor going around now is that Kawhi Leonard wants to go to the Lakers. Now, people know a little bit about my thoughts on Kawhi Leonard from the Blob show, which is on Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Quick plug there. You guys know I've stopped being a fan of Kawhi Leonard because he essentially, in my opinion, sabotaged the Spurs season. Because last year, or the previous year, prior to 2017-2018 season, they went to the Western Conference Finals, got hurt by Zaza Pachulia, and, couldn't play the rest of the series. They was up 20-something against the Warriors in Game 1. The injury happened. Warriors came back, won, ended up winning that series, and winning the championship that year, leading to their 1 or 2 back-to-back championships, 3 out of the last 4 championships. And now we know about the drama that went on this year. Kawhi Leonard, came back from injury, then stopped playing for the rest of the season because you don't know if he was injured or he didn't want to play, or a lot of things, a lot of issues that people are still looking for answers for. And now, reports is that he wants to go to LA. Now, a couple of things here. First of all, they say that the reason that he's had such a problem with the Spurs organization, report coming on recently, is the fact that he hated what Tony Parker and Ginobili and what guys, saying stuff about him, in interviews, saying that they don't know what's going on, they're going to play with or without him, things like that. And again, these are reports. These ain't coming from Kawhi Leonard himself. This is the main issue I have with this whole situation with Kawhi Leonard. Not the organization, not the medical staff. It's the fact that these are reports coming from everybody else except Kawhi Leonard himself. And my beef with all that is the fact that guys like Ginobili, Tony Parker, Greg Popovich, if they don't know what's going on with you, people that's been in the organization for the past 10, 15, 20 years, if they don't know what's going on with you, then that's a problem. That's the issue I've always had with this. It's one thing if the DeJounte Murray, or if someone like him didn't know what was going on, sure. It's one thing if like those Patrick Mills, who, granted he's been with the Spurs for years, but not necessarily a true veteran, it doesn't know what's going on with Kawhi Leonard. My problem is that nobody in the organization, not even the veterans, not even Pop, Ginobili, Tony Parker, not even they knew what was going on. Not LaMarcus Aldridge. None of them knew what was going on with Kawhi Leonard. And because nobody knew what was going on with Kawhi Leonard, not the veterans, that caused obviously a rift in the season because they didn't know in some degree, didn't know how to game plan for teams, so they decided at some point skip it. We're just going to play without him, whether we know or not. We're just going to play without Kawhi Leonard and see what go from there. They didn't win 50 games for the first time in a long time, but they still made it to the playoffs and even stole a game from Golden State, which is really impressive considering all the circumstances that went on, not just with Kawhi Leonard, but with Greg Popovich's wife who passed away during the postseason. It's the fact that I can't take Kawhi Leonard's side because I don't know what's going on with him because the words haven't came out of his mouth. My thing with Kawhi Leonard is he has to say something. You gotta say something. You can't just continue to hide behind reporters or hide behind people like that. And I understand he's supposed to be a quiet, which goes to the point of the LA. I understand he's supposed to be a quiet guy, quote unquote, supposed to be a humble by himself, buying cheap cars, even though he has all this money. I get all of that. But for someone who's supposed to be so quiet, so humble and all that stuff, you want to go to LA. You want to go to the Lakers. Something about that aspect of it kind of makes me think a little bit, and it's probably not true. I don't know if it's true or not, but for someone supposed to be so humble, so quiet, so to himself, and wants to play for the Showtime Lakers, have a problem with the Spurs organization, who is kind of known to be classy, who, granted Aldridge was going to leave, but talked to Pop, and they had to come into come to Pop situation where he decided, maybe playing here isn't so bad. An organization like that, and you want to go to LA with Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, one of the greatest players of all time, the Showtime Lakers. Right now, a team that currently has Lonzo Ball with his loudmouth father, LeVar Ball, spouting up all kinds of nonsense every other week. Mr. Quiet and Humble Kawhi Leonard wants to go there. So there's something about that rubs me the wrong way. As someone who is a Spurs fan, that rubs me the wrong way. But you know what? What should Spurs do? Should they trade him? Only trade Kawhi Leonard, who in my opinion sabotaged this season, if you're going to get some good pieces off of it. And I know the Spurs organization is good with playing with anybody. It used to be the way with the Bulls too, under Tom Thibodeau. We had Nate Robinson of all people looking like a beast at one point. Had DJ Augustine looking at a beast like at one point. I know the Spurs can do the same thing, but Pop's gonna be leaving very soon. Ginobili and Parker's gonna be leaving very soon. Aldridge, who's going to be there for a while. Gasol, who signed a couple of more years, who's also a veteran that didn't know what was going on with Kawhi Leonard, by the way. Those guys aren't getting any younger. Now, who has some younger pieces? The Boston Celtics. Not only do they have younger pieces, they also have a great coach. It's kind of very similar to the Spurs in a way. You saw them playing with, I want to say nobody, but playing with missing their star players, but still able to do very well, making it to 7 games with LeBron James in the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. But Boston has plenty of pieces, rather. They have plenty of draft picks. They have so much to gain and little to lose, even if they give up big pieces for someone like Kawhi Leonard. In Boston's not necessarily showtime. It's not necessarily, It's a very great sports town. It has a bunch of great teams. Obviously the Patriots, obviously the Red Sox, who are doing very well in the MLB. If it's about the sports aspect, Hollywood is a bonus for LA. But if it's just about the sports, if that's just about the team, if you want to be in a better organization, quote unquote, if you want to feel more comfortable, want to have more support, want to be the team player, you want to get pieces out of all of it too, and not just trade Kawhi Leonard for a paperclip and a piece of string. Boston is the best chance the Spurs will get at getting some valuable pieces for Kawhi Leonard if they want to trade him. If not, I don't see too many options for the Spurs to get. I know, like I said again, I know they can play. They can pretty much play with anybody. I know they can get a lot of people in their system, but the Spurs were one injury away previous season from winning a championship, in my opinion. Unless you're trying to do a complete rebuild, and you're still aiming for championships while Pop is still the coach, while Parker and Ginobili are still there, while Aldridge is still there, while Gasol apparently is still there, even though he should have not got the extension early in the season, but that's another story. If you want all that, you need to trade him to Boston. If not, sit on a contract. Not too many deals you're gonna get. Not too many good deals you're gonna get for him, and without taking a step backwards rather forward. But as for Kawhi Leonard, if somehow, some way he does get traded to LA, and LeVar Ball is still there, you deserve him. You deserve LeVar Ball. You want to go away from the Spurs organization to go to LeVar Ball? Please, by all means, I hope so. And enjoy your time in LA.